Coach Devin Tompkins, his name has come up literally constantly from players, from coaches. What did he do to kind of make that next step?
Well, I think it's just the work that he's put in. When you talk about a guy like Devin who's, just taking strides from where he ended the season last year and being able to pick up in spring ball, and you saw a guy like that thrive. I mean, it's been awesome to watch as a coach. We talk about the above-the-neck approach to the game that I like to speak of, because his football intelligence continues to thrive. He continues to get better in that area. He sees the game quicker, so it's slowed down for him. And then it's just a second year of understanding myself, Coach Newer, and the way that we want to coach different techniques and so on and so forth. Being able to see him develop from that standpoint has been a thing of beauty. So, proud of that.
You've been around obviously some great defensive lines. Just watching this group walk in right now. Like, physically, what do you have up front?
It's different. It's different. They're very talented. Obviously, they're massive. So they've done that part in terms of putting on the proper weight and just understanding how we want to be multiple into our scheme. And so the importance of having those big, versatile athletes that can play physical, that can play the athletic game if it needs to be that way. We feel really good about the personnel that we have up front. So now it's just about coming together as a team. And if we can come together as a team and as a unit, we should have a lot of success. So, yeah.
The fourth quarter wasn't really good for USC in a lot of games last year. Outside of depth, which was a big part of it, what's the one big difference this year we can look forward to in the defense?
I think some of the times when you really look at the game, it's where did we beat ourselves? Where were we always disciplined in certain facets of the game? Did we allow the details get out of whack in a sense. And so I don't know if it was necessarily because of the depth, even though we're proud about the depth that we've built. It's just about where could we have done something different as players, as coaches, that could have helped us make the plays that we felt like we should have made. And I think the outcome would have been different.
Was there one specific aspect of the defensive line that you could have done better in those fourth quarters?
Just made plays. I mean, I think there were multiple plays that we probably left on the field, whether it be a missed sack opportunity, whether it be an opportunity of gotten the ball off of a guy, recovered a turnover, extra effort in a sense that could have possibly, denied a play, whatever. There's so many opportunities that you realize you probably passed up on when you really go back and watch the game. And sometimes those plays happen even early in the game, and then you're just not able to get to those splash plays, if you will, in the fourth quarter. So taking advantage of those opportunities that present themselves throughout the course of the game is really important.
Any lessons learned from year one in Big Ten play?
I wouldn't say lessons learned, but we're very excited about the Big Ten. I love this conference. I was just saying that I think it's the, outside of the NFL, this is the closest you're going to get, and it feels that way. So I love being here, and I love being here because of that, which is why we're playing in a special conference. I mean, it is really, really awesome. I dearly mean that. And it's super fun because of that relationship or that parallel to the NFL.
We saw an executive order come out of Washington addressing NIL, transfer portal. What are your thoughts on that and just kind of the current state where we find ourselves in 2025?
I mean, I don't really have an opinion when it comes to that, but what I do know is that I'm excited about what we have here and the guys that we were able to on board, and I think that speaks volume to what we were able to do USC to acquire the guys that we're able to get on our team, and so we're trying to win a championship, and that's what it's about. And if anything, that we can do to win the championship, I'm happy that we're at a program that is able to do that. So.
In terms of this, you talk about being happy with where the unit is at physically, building on that. What are the keys to translating that on the field once once the season begins, and then beyond that, what in terms of, because it's not just size like you were saying, it's kind of like applying that well. What are the keys to doing that?
Yeah, I think to me, it's just it's honing in on the details. It's continuing to develop quality depth. I think with the guys that are returning, we're excited about that, and then getting the younger guys up to speed. That's going to help us continue to build the quality depth that we want to be able to build to really make the run that we're looking to make. So that part is really exciting, and that's what I'm most excited about as a coach. So.
How's it been working with Tremaine Carroll in your strength and conditioning?
Phenomenal. We've hired a superstar in Tremaine Carroll. I was fortunate to have had the opportunity to work with him when I was a graduate assistant in quality control at Oklahoma State University. He was the number 2 in charge there, come from a great reputation in terms of the sports performance world. Everyone speaks highly of him, and then being able to see where he's grown as a coach and the amount of love and demanding respect that he's been able to implement around the program, the discipline that he speaks of, and our guys have really been raving about Coach True, and we're very fortunate to have him here.
Any specific stuff you wanted to do for the defensive line as far as changing bodies and things?
Yeah, I think I leave that up to Coach True. He understands that we got some very talented and big football players here, and just the overall strength and development, and then him having a defensive line background has been super key for us because our guys, they love working with him, and so it's been awesome.
This D-line added so much size in the offseason. Where would you rank their technique, and how do you keep them focused on the technique rather than relying on that size?
Well, because it's an everyday thing for us when we talk about the technique and the way that we want to play the game, the approach that we're going to, it's always going to be technique first. The physicality of the game is going to be something that we would never negotiate here. If you're going to play defensive line here, that's a must. And so our guys understand that. We take pride in technique, and that's how you win the game. And so, I think they've you're going to see that, spike up this year in terms of how we play the game and the way these guys are going to make plays. And so I'm excited about that.
How do you drive that physicality? I know there's an emphasis on that.
Yeah, there's an emphasis on it because I think it starts with, in my mind, the way that I myself, Coach Newell, Coach Jones, the way that we coach these guys. It's a mindset. It's a mindset, and these guys understand the mindset. But again, it's nothing that we negotiate. It's if you're gonna play defensive line here, you better have that part of your game, because that's gonna be key and critical. If you're gonna have success and play on Sundays, and that's what you want when you come here, that's what it's about. So it's not that hard when we're all on the same page.
What are the expectations from your group just when it comes to pass rush?
We're going to get after the quarterback, but it all starts with stopping the run. We got to be able to earn the right to rush the passer. And I think when we do that and we dominate the trenches and we're forcing people to become one-dimensional, you can kind of narrow the game down a little bit and be able to take advantage of lesser offensive linemen and schematically get guys in position to have success. We have guys that can win in certain situations, and so being able to put them or do things schematically to allow them to be in position to take advantage of those opportunities is where we're going to continue to grow and try to attack teams from that standpoint.